Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Hope you guys are doing great. And let me just say, it's taken me a while to make this video because I know there's a lot of sensitive people out there, a lot of sensitive truck drivers that this has affected. And I just wanted to take my time in chiming in and giving my opinion, my personal opinion. Let me say it again, my personal opinion on what happened to that truck driver that got 110 years. Let me just say that in several of my videos, I've stated that the most important thing about driving one of these semi trucks, and the only important thing that you have to do before driving it anywhere in state highways or freeways or streets, is doing your pre-trip inspection. That is one of, or the most important thing that you have to do before getting in one of these trucks. By far, I think so. And I know some companies, they just care about the freight. They just care about getting it there safe, getting it there on time, and that's all they care about. But I have this platform. I didn't have it before. And I feel like it's not an obligation, but it's something that I want to tell everybody and let everybody know that that's one of the most important things that any truck driver should do. Is doing your pre-trip inspection. By far, that is the most important thing, like I said. And I want to chime in on what happened and my thoughts. Do not crucify me in the comments. This is just my opinion. And I've been in a situation not very similar, but sort of, in the time that I've driven trucks. So, but let's just go through it. So, pre-trip inspection is you going over every part of your vehicle. That includes the windshield wipers down to the DOT bumper all the way behind your trailer. All that in between, all of that, you got to check it once, maybe even twice. And it doesn't matter if it takes you 30 minutes, 40 minutes to an hour. As long as you know that your equipment is functioning right and is functioning properly, that's all that matters. And some, not all, like I know, I'm telling you, a lot of companies don't even care. But some companies do have a checklist of all the stuff that you have to check before leaving the lot or the yard or whatever you want to call it. You check it off. Okay, I checked this, I checked that. And it's really up to you if you do it right or wrong. But yeah, you check the fifth wheel skid plate, make sure it's greased up properly. Make sure your lights, they turn on and turn off and they work properly. Make sure your high beams and low beams are working. There's a laundry of lists. You got to go through the whole truck and trailer. But yeah, like I said, some companies don't even care, and I just want to make that the most important thing that each company does. Because obviously what happened, it's very horrendous. It's very sad to see that. Knowing that, something else could have been done. And yes, I know 110 years is excessive, but there has to be jail time because, like I said, you are accountable for whatever happens out on the road in this truck. Doesn't matter. You are accountable for hitting something, messing up your trailer, messing up somebody's car, messing up somebody's property. You are accountable because you have been trained X amount of time to do this job. And you got to do it right to the T. You got to do it 100% right, or people are going to get hurt. And like I said, we do train, and some of us take our job seriously. Some of us don't. It is what it is. I'm not saying that person didn't or didn't do all the stuff that I'm mentioning, but it does come into a factor. I've read about it. I've seen videos about it. The runaway ramps that are specifically made for trucks that have problems like this. Passing it up while knowing that your truck is not working properly was a very costly mistake on his part. And I'm not saying that he should be out free because every consequence has a reaction. And he should definitely get some jail time because people's lives got lost. What about them? Let's just say that was one of your loved ones, or one of mine. I would want justice. And if you heard that he got 110 years, you wouldn't care as long as you got justice, right? I'm not saying that the amount of time that he got is right, but there absolutely has to be jail time. I don't care what you say. There has to be. Maybe not so much, but there has to be jail time. Those ramps are, like I said, they are specifically made for trucks that have numerous problems. And it's not his fault if he did the pre-trip inspection and down the line or, out on the road, his truck failed. But then again, like I said, that's why we go through training to do those scenarios. If your truck brakes fail, there's different ways to stop this truck. Let me show you. Look, let me put the flash on. Okay, my truck brakes fail. Okay, now it's a panic attack, because that is one of the scariest moments of any truck driver's life, is when you are loaded. You feel that you're loaded, like you feel when you're 80 pounds, 40 pounds loaded. The truck, the cab in here, you feel it. It's heavy. And your brakes don't work. That has to be one of the scariest things in the world for a truck driver. But like I said, I don't know how much time he had, but you don't have a lot if your brakes don't work. You only have a little bit of time to figure out what you're going to do, how you're going to do it, etc. So, if you knew that his brakes weren't working, automatically start pumping your brakes so these parking control valves can pop out. If that doesn't work, pop them in, pop them out, pop them in, pop them out, pop them in, and do whatever you can. Put the truck in neutral, put the truck in reverse. Mess up the truck. The truck doesn't matter. The people matter. This is your trailer brake. This only engages the brake for the trailer. Use it. That's what it's here for. Use it. There's different methods. This can cause you to jackknife sometimes, but it's better than hitting anybody. But like I said, he really should have used that truck runaway ramp. That's what they're specifically made for trucks that have issues like this. And there's numerous ways, like I said, to stop one of these trucks. And if that doesn't work, hit hit something else, but just don't go. That I don't think that was the last choice that he had. I would rather him hit the freeway, like the concrete or something, than people. But everybody makes a choice, everybody makes a decision, and in those moments that he had, I know they were very frightening, very scared. And it's, if you ever driven one of these big rigs, and I've driven a lot of these, your brakes has to be one of the scariest things in the world, by far. It's like I said, you don't have that much time to react. And like I said, I've seen videos, I've read about it. He was swerving and he passed a runaway ramp. You should have used it, man. That's why we train. We don't train for 2 days. We don't train for 3 days. We train for, maybe 6 weeks, sometimes even longer than that, to go through these scenarios. And it's very sad for the people that lost their lives. I feel your pain, because I just lost somebody very near and dear to my heart, one of my family members. But, God, is with them now. It's very sad, like I said, and there should be jail time. There should be, because we are professional drivers. We're supposed to be professional drivers. In situations like this, I know it's very panicking, and what do I do? You don't have a lot of time. Start pumping your brakes or start doing something to make sure the truck at least tries to slow down a little bit. I don't know what he was doing. Your truck brakes fail, you still have your trailer brakes. I don't know. Nobody said nothing about the trailer brakes being, not working. The truck, yeah, but the trailer. What about the trailer? You can engage those too. Um, but yeah, like, that's why I took my time in chiming in and giving my opinion, because I know it's very sensitive to a lot of truck drivers. I don't want to offend anybody. I don't want to disrespect anybody. This is just my opinion, what I would have done, because I've been in a situation like this. Not where I'm in the freeway, but when I'm in the road, somewhere else. I'm not going to disclose where. And my brakes didn't work that well. You know, the truck was kind of skidding a little bit. And I just did the best of it. I wasn't going that fast like he was. But it's like a very surreal moment where your brakes don't work. And that has to be your heart is pumping, your adrenaline is going, and you just don't know what to do. But, you know, you got to go back to the training. Okay, look, this is what they told me if my brakes don't work. Yeah, like I said, I just wanted to chime in and let you guys know what I thought about the situation. Obviously, I am a truck driver as well, and I feel everybody. I hear everybody's opinion and stuff like that, and I just wanted to add mine into the mix. And you know, I pray for those families that lost a loved one, a husband or a wife. I'm very sorry for your loss. And for those companies that don't care about your pre-trip inspections, or, you know, about your drivers, we got to do better, man. We really got to do better. Because stuff like this can be avoided if we mandate those things. Like, if we put those in priority, okay? You're not going anywhere. You're not going, you're not going to do your load or your route if you don't do your pre-trip inspection. Bottom line. That has to be one of the requirements of driving a truck. No, I'm sorry. You got to do your pre-trip inspection. You know, check these items before you leave. Give them back to me. Maybe I'll check them too, just in case, you know, just to double check. If everything is fine, then you can go out on the road. If you have issues out on the road, then that's a different story. You know, I will back you up if, you know, your truck, you know, just stop working in the middle of nowhere. That, you know, you can't do nothing about it. But if you knew that your truck wasn't working and you still went on the road and you hurt somebody, nah, I'm not going to back you up at all. Nothing. Because like I said, we are supposed to be professionals, and I care about what goes around me. I care about hitting something. I care about anything, because one is, you know, you don't want to hurt nobody. Two, you don't want to damage your record of a good driver, of a great driver. You just don't want to do that. So, like I said, we got to do better, man. As truck drivers, as people, I know your freight is important. I know that you want to have a good track record of, yeah, you know, this driver has delivered this load on time every day, whatsoever, on rainy days or whatever. And I've seen a lot of trucks. Believe me, I've seen a lot of truck drivers driving really fast in the rain or inclement weather. And, man, we got to slow down, man. Even if you're late 30 minutes, 40 minutes, but you got there safe. But you got there without messing anything up, without hurting anybody. That's really what matters. You know, these companies can wait, man. You know, I know it's the holiday season and everybody wants their orders to be on time. But at what cost? At what cost? At hurting people? That's not the way, man. That's really not the way. And I might not go that far, but, you know, I make sure my truck or these trucks, I report anything that's wrong with them. The brakes or the landing gear doesn't work or whatever. I report it. That's on them if they don't, you know, if they don't do anything about it. I can only do so much, but I still report it. Or I take pictures of it. Hey, look, this is what happened to this truck. It doesn't work, or the lights don't work, and, you know, are you guys gonna fix it? That's on them. And I'm not a mechanic. If I was, I'll be on it, man. I'll be on it. But like I said, I just wanted to chime in and give my thoughts, my prayers to those families or the people that lost their lives. And to the truck driver, they got 110-year sentence. You know, you should have at least tried to do the utmost to stop that vehicle. Yes, 110 years is excessive, but there's gonna be jail time, because, like I said, Every action that you do in this truck, anywhere actually, in a motor vehicle, anything, it has a reaction, and that's the reaction that you got. You know, the sentence was big. You know, hopefully, you know, it drops down a little bit, but you got to think about the families too. What about them? They're hurting right now. What about them? I asked all the companies out there that don't care. Reflect on this. What about them? What about the families? What do you guys think? Your freight doesn't matter if you hurt somebody down the line. It don't matter. We got to be safe out here. We got to be professionals. You know, I believe that's the word we should use when having a CDL. A CDL means you got to be a professional at your job. You got to do it to a T. You got to do it 110%. Don't do it half. No, that's not going to work. If you do it half, you need to go, and, you know, nobody needs to hire you. You got to do it 100% right. Down to when you leave this dock, when you come back to the dock, you got to be the same way. Don't half it when you're already home and you want to leave in a hurry. No, you got to do it 100% right. That's how I feel. That's how I treat my job. Because, you know, it takes a blink of an eye to mess something up or hurt somebody. And that's it. You don't get a second chance in these trucks, man. Once you get a certain amount of points, that's it. They don't give you your license anymore. And that's it. You got to find something else to do. It sucks, but that's good because that keeps you on your toes. You know, most companies drug test and this and that, and, you know, they don't. They just want their freight out. So, like I said, I just wanted to chime in. So, Semi Truck Daily out. Peace out.